And here we are for our championship match at the PBA Senior National Championship. Larry Laub, who bowling against John Hricsina. Larry will start the game off on the left-hand lane. And remember, the winner of this game not only wins the PBA National Senior Championship, but a berth into the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions as well.
Well, it also gives him a 5-year exemption on the senior tour.
I'd say Larry figured something out that last game, Dave.
Well, that was the loosest shot that he's thrown, and, you know, coming out of commercials, Barry Asher alluded to way back when.
Well, now we'll see the power of 59-year-old John Hricsina. John's from Jackson, Tennessee. And he overpowers lanes, doesn't he, Dave?
He's unbelievable.
And his wife, Susan, loves it.
And Marshall, in practice, all he did was shoot spares, because I guess he assumed he was going to have to shoot them. And you said, boy, John doesn't look very well lined up. And when the bell rings, look out.
And he goes to his strength, which is power. He doesn't try and finesse the ball. There's the grandson, John's wife, and John's daughter. A little disappointed that that 10-pin didn't fall over, but 2 good shots to start the match.
You watch how hard he throws this ball.
As you alluded to earlier, Dave, he did throw a lot of shots at the spares while he was practicing, because you're right, he knew he'd have to make some.
Spares become critical in low-scoring tournaments, and splits and washouts. Those things have to be made, and that's why these guys are here.
We'll see if Larry Laub can figure out lane 46, get out with an early double. And it's a very even game. They both were light on the first shot and struck. They both left half-tens in the second frame. Larry Laub switches balls to go straight at this 10-pin. You finished in 6th place the last 2 weeks, Larry. I asked him earlier, what's the difference this week?
Well, in Akron, I had to win one of the last 3 matches, and I felt I bowled pretty good, but those guys bowled better than I did. Last week, I felt my timing wasn't really good, and I was really hanging on, playing defensively, and I only won 1 match and just missed. So this week, I felt I'm just going to go out there and be more aggressive.
Oh, my gosh. What pin was that, Dave?
What was that?
We got to see that one again. That's just unbelievable.
Where did that pin come from? Everybody's watching, including, look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Was that the 8-pin?
And poor John Hricsina's up there. He's trying to get the bowl, and everybody's going, ooh, ah, here in the audience, because they're all seeing it on the monitors.
Well, that's one of the most unusual strikes I've ever seen. Now, that's not that unusual. John Hricsina throws a lot of power. His ball drives right in front of the 9-pin.
Well, it took the 5 straight off the 9. I mean, it drove through. There was no deflection. It's not something I ever leave, but...
Once again, switching balls. He'll throw a flame at it. Bang.
How'd you like to try and catch that one?
I wouldn't want any piece of him.
Yeah, you can see John. John gets his body a little more over the top. Very short backswing. And watch this rip. Watch this rip through. Look at the acceleration. Whoa. Boy, does he put some stuff on that ball.
Trailing by 1 pin, going into the 4th frame. Almost a solid 8. I'm really, really impressed with how John Hricsina has come out in this championship game. He looks seemingly lost in practice, comes out, has pretty well command of the lanes.
Early big shot for Larry. Early big shot.
Yes. Up by 1, can increase to 11. Beautiful shot for Larry. An 11-pin lead after 4 frames.
You know, Larry's so calm and cool. Look how he just strokes through the shot. He kind of casually watches. Oh, this is perfect. No problem. Bingo.
Lanes look easy on that shot.
Both these players are making them look easy. All of a sudden, Larry strike week 10 double, and John strike week 10 solid 9 strike. Nobody's missed yet.
Larry had a relatively good average in this pair. In fact, a great average in this pair of 215, one of the highest of our top 5 today.
Do you think this could be the first turkey of the match?
Oh, he loved that.
The first turkey of the day.
Is that the first 3 in a row all day?
First turkey of the day.
My gosh. That is really quite amazing that we could be halfway through the final match and it's our first 3-bagger. You know, John needs to answer back. What a beautiful shot for John Hricsina.
Wait a minute. We watched Barry Asher, Mike Durbin, Pete Couture, and Larry Laub the previous game throw the ball all over the building. All of a sudden, this one's for the title. This is for the World Tournament of Champions. This is for a 5-year exemption, and nobody misses the pocket through 5 frames.
And I'm here to tell you, nobody messed with those lanes in between games. These folks have just figured it out. Another quality shot for John Hricsina.
You know, I watched John beforehand. He went into the locker room. Look how shiny the ball is. See how he keeps it on line? Speed and a little bit of shine to delay that hook.
Larry Laub has a 12-pin lead over John Hricsina. Can he hang on to it? Well, we'll find out in a moment when we come back. Don't you go away. And we're back. Marshall Holman alongside Dave Davis. This is for 4 in a row for Larry Laub. And it's a 4-pin. Still keeps an 11-pin lead. This match is a little bit higher scoring. Every ball in the pocket.
How's that possible?
Guys are bowling great. John Hricsina not showing much emotion, just sort of biding his time, waiting for his turn.
Yeah, these guys have absolutely turned it up a notch or 2 here. No question about it.
Larry Laub converts the 4-pin.
Casual. He seems like he's very, very relaxed. Maybe more relaxed than John.
It looks that way, but he's got to be excited inside.
I'm sure there's a lot of turmoil in that tummy.
7th frame, 11-pin lead for Larry Laub.
Just a touch wide, laid it down just a touch wide, and the oil line outside just doesn't allow to get it go. Want to get a nice early release on this ball. You don't want to do too much lofting, and you see what happened there. Look at that elbow go out. Trying to steer that ball back to the pocket. It just is not going to happen.
Fortunate to get 9 at the 2-pin and fortunate to make it.
You know, he's laughing about it, but you've got to have the body in position. You got to have everything set up correctly, and all 5 of these players have that.
John Hricsina down by 10 pins, looking on a spare.
The trip for that Mike Durbin was looking for. You know, we keep talking about all 5 of these players and how good they are. Look at Mike's. He's hitting the ball from behind it. His head is behind his foot slightly. Barry Asher behind it slightly. Look at Pete Couture. He's right on top of it. Everybody getting everything out of the shot. And Larry Laub right over the top of it. Now look at John Hricsina. You can see he's really set up behind it to rip at it. Great position.
To tie the match. We got a tie ball game right now, Dave. And the Hriksinas, I think they're liking it. Now that puts the pressure right back on Larry Laub.
Both of these guys told me before the match that ball consistency, using only 1 or 2 balls all week, that they knew what was going to react, how it was going to react. That's why they made it here.
Needs to strike to keep the match tied. He answers. Well, this is remarkable what they're doing out here right now.
The roll on this ball. Delay, delay. See it skidding? Marshall, it never picks up. You can't see that oil, but believe me, folks, it's there.